Next on WGN News, we get a first-hand look at copies of the envelopes sent to NBC and Senator Tom Daschle's office, and how the investigation into the anthrax scares are developing. Plus, the doctors who saw the devastation at Ground Zero. Some of them are here in Chicago tonight to share their stories. And he was a former top cop in the Chicago Police Department, supposed to go on trial today, but prosecutors say he may have tried to kill himself. The WGN News starts right now.
This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Anthrax found on letters in New York and Washington is a high-grade, very pure strain and probably the work of a professional. That's the word from investigators tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Bang in for Allison Payne.
And I'm Steve Sanders. Homeland Security Chief Tom Ridge says he presumes Osama bin Laden's terror network is behind the anthrax cases, but admits they don't have credible evidence just yet. Meanwhile, U.S. jets pound Taliban positions in Afghanistan for the 10th straight day, but tonight, Pentagon officials admit one of their bombs mistakenly hit a Red Cross warehouse in Kabul. WGN's Grant Rampey is in the nation's capital now with the very latest.
Well, the air campaign in Afghanistan goes on tonight. We understand more than 2,000 bombs and missiles used so far, while police here in the nation's capital continue to play defense. A dozen senators and their staffers kept from their offices for a second day, many of them still waiting to be tested for exposure to anthrax. Investigators checking air ducts near where the ultrafine powder in this envelope was discovered Monday.
We were told that it was a very strong form of anthrax, a very potent form of anthrax that clearly was produced by somebody who knew what he or she was doing.
The FBI is releasing pictures of both the Daschle letter and the envelope sent to NBC anchorman Tom Brokaw. The goal, to bring in new leads. This as the Justice Department goes after pranksters who are wasting their time, warning them today, cool it or pay the price. Big fines and certain jail time.
Terrorism hoaxes are not victimless crimes, but are the destructive acts of cowards.
Tonight, the Pentagon's presenting new details of its continuing air campaign. More training camps and enemy missile sites utterly destroyed.
We're going to keep up the pressure on the terrorists and on the Taliban leadership.
They'll do that with help from the AC-130 gunship now being put into service, designed to fly low and slowly at night. It may be as good at spreading fear as firepower. And from the president today, less of the fiery rhetoric usually directed at Osama bin Laden. Instead, words of thanks to these kids who are trying to help Afghan children. Also, words of reassurance.
We're doing everything we can to find anybody who wants to hurt you, to bring them to justice. We're doing everything we can to respond to any act that may take place in our country.
And to give you some idea just how edgy police in the nation's capital are over the anthrax scares, today they evacuated an office building nearby when someone spotted white powder in an elevator. Turns out it was powdered sugar from a jelly donut. In Washington, Grant Rampey, WGN News.
Grant,